It was a bright and sunny day on November 22nd, 1963, in Dallas, Texas. Onlookers were lined up along the streets, hoping to catch a small glimmer of the hope and promise slowly making its way towards them. Everyone in majestic spirits could not foresee the tragedy about to unfold. About 12:30 p.m., sounds of terror broke through the cheerful and carefree environment, and onlookers instinctively reached for their loved ones, each face carrying a look of terror and confusion, not knowing if they should run or lay on the ground. Every person wanting to secure their safety, yet curiosity pushed them to peek, wanting to catch a glimpse of the horror in front of them, their minds desperately trying to decide between realism and fantasy. Unfortunately, the 35th President of the United States had been assassinated, sucking all the hope out of every human's eyes. Whether you remember that day like it was yesterday, or whether you are unfamiliar with those events, one thing is for sure: that day stole one of the world's most influential men from the world. John F. Kennedy, also known as John Fitzgerald Kennedy, or Jack, was the first president of Roman Catholic faith. He was the first president born in the 1900s. He was the first president to have an arguable debate with his opponent face to face. He was also the youngest man ever elected president. Jack was born on May 29, 1917, in Massachusetts. He was one of 8 children born to Joseph Patrick Kennedy and Rose Fitzgerald Kennedy. Although Jack was quiet and shy, he was voted most likely to succeed by his classmates. Before beginning his endeavor into politics, Jack became a best-selling author, graduated cum laude, and served his country through the Navy with the heart of a lion. While serving, a tragedy allowed Jack to receive not only the Navy and Marine Corps Medal, but also the Purple Heart. It also bestowed upon him a back injury, which he endured debilitating pain throughout the rest of his life. It was through courage and conviction that Jack began his campaign for presidency. Once elected, not only did he continue to face physical pain, but he was also dealt hands of the most controversial crisis the world faced. He began facing those crises through a new program called New Frontier. It was with this program that he had won the hearts of America. During the program, Jack conquered ideas such as raising minimum wage. He began U.S. Peace Corps. He dealt with the Cuba crisis and racial segregation. He also passed the President's Trade Expansion Act. Although his presidency was short-lived, John F. Kennedy, survived by a wife and 2 children, left a permanent mark in the heart of every human. And as tragic as it was, Jack's death not only was one which tattooed human society permanently, changing the world, but also allowed him to leave behind an unforgettable legacy. Because of that legacy, many states are embodied with institutions carrying his name, which helps to keep John Fitzgerald Kennedy's memory alive some 47 years later.